Today I'm working on building a gearbox and using a 3D printer because it allows a lot of rapid prototyping. So the first step for me was not designing the housing because I actually wanted to make sure that I could print gears. So I made a couple test gears, not only to make sure that the teeth would mesh, because for that I used FreeCAD's involute gear feature and it just worked fine. But the trick is calculating the center to center distance, because if there's too much distance, the gears will have play or backlash, and if they're too tight, then it'll they won't spin freely. So I printed a test plate with approximate distances before printing the rear housing or the main gearbox. Okay, so in my testing with a cr10 3D printer, if you take the nominal distance, which these are one module or module 1 gears, which means for each tooth you add 1 millimeter to the diameter. So if it's a 45 tooth gear, which is what this is, the pitch diameter is 45 millimeters. That means that from the center to the pitch diameter, that radius is 22.5 millimeters. And on this gear, it's a 30 tooth gear, so it'd be 15 millimeters from the center to the pitch diameter. That means if you want to line up two 30 millimeter gears, you should space them 30 millimeters apart. But since they're 3D printed, the plastic swells a little bit and you have to space them about 30.5 in order to get a nice fit. So once I knew that, then I was able to print the real thing using the spacing that I learned from the test plate. The motor gear works pretty well. Next, this is the shaft position sensor. And finally, the main shaft gear and this bolt that I'm using for the shaft. And there's just enough room to get that screw tight. So you might be wondering, what is this gearbox for? Well, I have a motor and a potentiometer for sensing the position, and when I turn the axle, it fights me, tries to put it back. That's because this is a gearbox for a driving simulator steering wheel with haptic force feedback. So that way, if you're driving off the road all of a sudden and the game thinks that your steering wheel should go out of control, the motor can start applying force onto the steering wheel, simulating what you would feel. Also, steering wheels tend to have a self-centering tendency, that whenever you let go of the wheel, you can let it slip through your hand until the car goes straight again. And that's a little bit of what you're getting here. So the gears are working pretty smooth. There's still a little bit of clicking due to not having the second bearing installed, but once that's on, it should turn even smoother. And the programming is coming along pretty well too.